The name of this video is to gun or not to gun. That is the question. Hey, I'm Clyde Derrick. So let's talk about safety again. I do have two gun safes in here. Back when I was building a van, I bought two gun safes, his and hers, back when I thought I might have a lovely lady that might want to live with me. And now one safe is empty because it's like my heart is empty. So I'm going to leave it empty. The other one has stuff in it. What's in it doesn't really matter. Runs behind the frame, the wire, so you got to have some good equipment to cut it out. So, but do you have a gun in a van? It doesn't matter whether I have a gun in my van or not. Because the point is, who's going to search my van? If my van is getting searched, it's getting illegally searched. And if it's getting illegally searched, it can happen anywhere, but likely I'm in the wrong county, in the wrong state. I went down the wrong road. Yeah, right, I'm getting illegally searched because there's no reason for any police officer to search my van. Now, if they search my van and say, hey, you got gun safes in here, open them up. I'm not opening them. I lost the key. So the question is really, are you in a stand your ground state or not? Because if I'm in a stand my ground state, all right, let me say it this way. One time, years back, a long time ago, I owned an apartment building, and so we would have people run through the parking area to get to the back, and they would climb the wall, going over to the property and back. But sometimes when we first got there, we was very protective about who's there. The carport was open if somebody messing with the cars. I had a 357 at the time, and if I heard noise out there, I would go outside with my 357 to investigate. And then I talked to somebody, I don't know how it happened, a cop or somebody, and I came to the understanding that if I had shot someone, I would be the one they would go after, because I was safe in my home. I left my home, the safety of my home, to go outside, and so I became the pursuer. And from that point on, once I believe it was a cop that got me to understand that, from that point on, I never went outside with my gun. I went outside with a baseball bat, because then I'm just going to confront the person about, hey, please don't come on the property, blah 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 blah. I got the baseball bat for some extra protection, just in case. But if I went out with my gun and I panicked, and plus a 357 leaves a pretty good hole. So I might have killed somebody who was just trying to get through the property, going to the, jumping the fence, wanted to take a shortcut, and I might have panicked, and, somebody would have lost a life. I would have lost mine, doing some time in jail. I would have had guilt for the rest of my life. When you're in a van, your van is your home. The question is not, is it legal? The question is, should you have one, and should you leave your van with it? That's the question that I've never seen people really bring up. Should you leave your van to pursue somebody outside with a gun? Because again, the prosecutor is going to look at it like you were safe in your van, locked up in your van. They didn't break your window. They were making a lot of noise, I get it, but you were still safe in your van. You could call the police. You can get in the van and drive away. Now, if they try to stop you, if you had to drive over them, that's different, because you, depending on where you were in the woods, you were scared, they wouldn't move, you had to drive. Okay, there's a lot of ways you might have some plausible defense, but once you step out with a gun, you are the pursuer. Now, if they shot a few bullets into your van, you have, okay, maybe something to work with. They were shooting the bullets in the van. If I hadn't got out, eventually they would have caught me. One of the bullets would have got me, so I had to go out with my gun. If I'm in the middle of the woods, am I going to get out with just knives? No, I'm going to get out with knives and probably a gun holstered. That way I have one if they have one, but it's holstered. Got time to think. Can't just pull the trigger. Got time to think about what you're doing, because you got to pull it out of a holster. Just don't be in the middle of the woods. If you are parked in the city, and again, I'm going to say like last week, the city parking is free. Everybody was saying, go park here. This public land is free. City is public land, and it's free.